is on the 22nd of January. So I'm doing this ahead of time so that if you want to try these dishes for the Lunar, for the Chinese New Year celebration, if you're going to have one, or if you just want to have a Chinese New Year dinner. So I'll do a few recipes for you so that you can follow along and get a delicious Chinese meal for Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year, the year of the rabbit. It's the year of the rabbit. So once again, thank you for watching, and I hope you try this and enjoy. Bon appetit. Hello and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights. And it's the month of the lunar New Year, and with that in mind, it's the year of the rabbit, and we're going to do some stuff this month so that just to commemorate that the Lunar New Year. I have here a piece of baby back ribs, and I'm going to do some Chinese barbecue ribs with it. So my initial seasoning for this meat, I have some paprika on there, as you can see. I'm going to put some granulated garlic and some complete seasoning, some granulated onion, and I love a little bit of ginger also. Just sprinkle that on there. So this is the initial rub that I'm going to put on there, and just rub that in, turn it over, and do the same. Some paprika. I'm going to list all this. A quarter teaspoon or half a teaspoon of each one of these, because it's just a small rib, what you call it? I mean, a small slab. So it's just a small slab. So maybe a teaspoon or a half a teaspoon, and just rub it in. So we're gonna get the edges and everything in there. The garlic. So this would be my initial rub. We're going to just rub this all in here. And then we're going to still prepare a marinade that it has to go into. So we're going to set this aside, and we're going to prepare this Chinese. So let's prepare the marinade, a Chinese marinade. First of all, in order to give it the nice color, that red color that we go for, I mean, this is all in Chinese, but it's red bean curd. It's fermented bean curd, which we're going to use in order to give it that lovely color, along with some other char siu, some char siu seasoning. So that's the bean curd. Here I have the char siu seasoning, which you can get in the Oriental store, or you can get it online. You would use just about a teaspoon of this. It has a wonderful fragrance, and it has that color that we're looking for to get on the rib. So now for the rest of the marinade, we already have our bean curd in there, and the char siu seasoning. Gotta have some housin sauce in there to give it that little sweet aspect. About a tablespoon. Some oyster sauce, oyster flavored sauce. about a tablespoon of that too. Remember, it's a small piece of rib I'm doing. If you're doing 2 of those or a very large one, you got to double or triple the amount. So, housin, and we have some dark soy sauce. Okay, about a tablespoon of that. I love the flavor of the sweet chili sauce. No, this is fish sauce, sorry. Put like a tablespoon of fish sauce in there, and I'm going to get the sweet chili sauce that I like so much. Rice vinegar, just about a tablespoon, 2 teaspoons, or a tablespoon of that. And we'll get the sweet chili sauce. Sweet chili sauce. I'm going to put a little bit of that in here. Yeah, okay. So now we have our marinade all together here. We're going to just try to whisk this a little and just get it all mixed in before we apply it to the ribs. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put this piece of rib in a Ziploc bag or a plastic bag. I have a plastic bag at hand right here. Just place my baby back rib in there, and we'll pour the marinade. Pour the marinade onto it. And this is going to sit in the refrigerator for 2 to 4 hours. Overnight is better, but if you don't have the time and you want to use it the same day, 2 to 4 hours does a good job, and you get it. It's seasoned well when it comes out in about 4 hours. But you're going to just rub this all together here. Rub it all. Make sure you rub it in on all sides. And you just knock your bag. Lovely. Place it in the refrigerator. 2 to 4 hours. And I'll see you then. We'll put this in the oven, and I'll give you those instructions as I'm putting it in the oven, or before I put it in the oven. So I'll see you then. So after about 6 hours of marinating in the refrigerator, I'm taking the ribs out now. We're going to put them in the oven. Preheat your oven to 275 Fahrenheit. Or 140 Celsius. It's gonna cook low and slow. So I'm gonna put this in there, and then I poured off the rest of the marinade, and I'm going to make a basting sauce. I'm gonna add some honey and some other stuff to that. But right now we're going to put the ribs in there, low and slow, for about 2 hours, and then we'll be back. But before we put them in the oven, we're going to pour maybe about a cup of water, depending on how deep your pan is. We put a couple just to cover the bottom of the pan, just cover the bottom of the pan, so that whatever drips is not going to burn and make a sticky mess. Although I lined it with foil, with aluminum foil, I don't want that smoky burning mess in, you know, in the oven. So I putting a layer of water under there that will stop the smoking of the burning, whatever burning marinade, that the drippings. So we're going to put this in the oven carefully, and I'm going to cover it over with a piece of foil and put it in, place it in the oven, and we'll look at it like every hour. It should be in there for about 2 hours until it gets nice and tender. So we'll check it after an hour and see how it's doing. And if we need to baste it, by then we'll do the sauce. We'll do the basting sauce. So see you then. So for our basting and our glazing sauce, we're going to use the marinade that we had the meat in, and we're going to add a slurry to thicken, about 2 teaspoons of cornstarch, and about a cup of water. Mix that well to incorporate the cornstarch into the water. And that we're going to add that to the marinade that we poured off. Stir that in. Need about 2 teaspoons of honey. For that sweet and that glaze. And I'll also put the Char Chinese barbecue seasoning mix. I've put another teaspoon of that in here. That's going to assist with that vibrant red color. And we're going to let this boil until it's thickened. And you can taste it to see if you need to put anything else in there. It has a 5 spice, and the sesame oil has that flavor. So we just let this boil until it thickens, and then we'll be ready. Just for some more flavor and enhancement and the fragrance, I'll add 2 star anise pieces. Then we'll fish those out at the end. It's already starting to boil, and it's already starting to thicken up here. Once it thickens up, and you're gonna just let this come up to a really slow boil on a low heat. It's boiling, it's already thickened. So let this go for maybe 2 minutes, and then we'll take it off. Well, after 1 hour, you can see it's already starting to shrink from the sides. That means it's doing its work, it's cooking. And we're going to do the basting. We're going to baste it. I poured off some of the water, but I need to put some back because it's still going to be cooking in there. And the marinade I'm putting on, this glaze I'm putting on is going to be, it's got to be there, and dripping also. So I'll put some more water in the bottom. What I want to do at this point is flip it over, and so I can glaze the underside. So I've basted, and I'll now put it back into the oven and to continue cooking. But I'll do that uncovered, and baste it every 15 minutes after now. So put it back uncovered into the oven. Baste it every 15 minutes and it will be fine. So I'll see you then. I'll see you with the finished product. And here we go, guys. This is the finished product, some Chinese barbecue ribs. Oh, they look so tender. Awesome. Once again, guys, this is the finished product, the Chinese barbecue ribs.